Here we go. The randomizer. Some people, they go like, this means any character, but no, it's just the randomizer's broken. We go until it gives us a character. And an outcome. Just give it a sec. Give it a second. Tainted Isaac the Beast. There you go. It took a minute to get going there, but we got it. Okay, start prediction. Tainted Isaac to the Beast. Tainted Isaac to the Beast. Hey, NL. Thanks for introducing me to Steely Dan. I'm going on my second summer of Steely. Really appreciate it. You know what? You're welcome. I'm also, people said like last year's the summer of Steely. What's this year? Bro, it's still like the summer of Steely. I'm still listening to a decent amount of Steely Dan for sure. Just a great band, man. Most fun character in the game? In some ways. If you love having limited resources. Why aren't you listening to Donda? I mean, I'm straight up with you. You know, I haven't listened to a Kanye West album since My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I really only know... Right, I forgot this is how this works. I really only know not even the singles from that point onwards. Like, I only know If Young Metro Don't Trust You, I'm going to take a beautiful morning, scoop, and I know, Scoop the Poopity Scoop. And then the Roblox video that he did with Lil Pump. Lil Peep? Lil Peep, maybe? That's all from Life of Pablo. Okay, yeah. I had no idea. I mean, like, I was right there, you know, at the genesis of Kanye West's solo career. I was a big fan of, I mean, I wore, if you could wear out MP3s, I would be on, like, my 7th copy of Late Registration, produced by John Bryan. Beast means, we don't have a long time here. Okay, hold on, we take HP, because we can live with that. Produced by John Bryan, who also did the score and soundtrack for Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and I also think I Heart Huckabees, now that I think about it. But then, like, I don't know, I kind of... When Graduation came out, there were a couple of songs off of it that became singles where I was like, you know what, I'm not, it's a little bit, like, it's less, I preferred that, like, the Kanye West, because I guess I'm old, I prefer the Kanye West era with soul samples instead of the Kanye West era with Daft Punk samples. I guess that's where I'm at. But My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is also great. Yeezus, though? I don't know. Maybe. It's possible, I suppose. I didn't besmirch Daft Punk, okay? It's all I'm merely suggesting here, don't frick with me, is that, you know, when it comes to singles, I think, you know, Diamonds Are Forever is a better single than, what's the one that uses the harder, better, faster? It's just called Stronger, right? I'm more into that. That's my era, but it's influenced by, you know, when I grew up as well. That's true. Good Life is a great song. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy does kind of go off, though. dare you, soul of Isaac. Oh, you. Oh, mad one. We've seen your trap. Submit with honor to a duel. Okay, this is... just give me the... I don't care. Give me the money or the spirit hearts. We're gonna be fine. That's a big play. Get me out of here. I made that same mistake, but I got Tech X out of it. Son of a... 8 soul hearts. I missed Rosary, which is like spirit hearts plus a tears upgrade. That's great stuff, man. Forget key pieces. I will become back my money. Final. This is the first time I've gotten spirit hearts in 20 years. I'm happy to see them. Why do you have Isaac's heart? Excuse me, that's not Isaac's heart. That's an enemy from Mystery Egg. Can you explain the anger? Sorry. Okay, so I got angry because I was going to pick up Rosary, which we earned by leveraging our HP on the deal with the angel. However, because of Tainted Isaac's mechanic, where item pedestals flip back and forth forever, like Miranda July, as I went to grab the item without even thinking about things, I picked up pause button instead and become back my money. This goes out to the person who said mystery egg plus pause button equals free wins. Pause button isn't that bad. You're right in like a... you know what I'm thinking? It is that bad when the other option is like just better. I think is the play there. 2 of clubs. I like it. I'm thinking like Firemind maybe. It's probably a higher value item to take if we can only take 8 items. What? Is there a release date for Nintendo Switch yet? Yeah, I think it comes out like in March 2017. Really looking forward to it. I'm not really a huge fan of like the Wii U personally, but I'm hoping that Nintendo will be able to, you know, really get it going again with the Nintendo Switch. Long ways away. Yeah, 2017, man. That's a distance. HP. We definitely do devil deals. This is some high quality H2O, as Bobby Boucher would say. Incubus is really good. Pause button pales in comparison to the nail. Forget Damocles, man. Don't even pay it no mind. This is the way you play this. Like Disturbed said, this is the way I play. I even stepped on every rock. I mean, I'll take Firemind temporarily. I still doubt this is still losable. It actually is, like, without joking around, because I don't like humor, just in general. It is still losable, just through bad play, but never mind. Easiest win of my life, probably. Lucky. 1 run. What world would you rather live in? One where every delivery driver knew exactly what you ordered and how long it took? Or a world where all your food deliveries would be available on a public profile? It's a strange question. I don't have a problem with my... Like, don't my delivery drivers know exactly what I order anyway? Like, it's on the receipt, right? I just can't imagine my Uber Eats driver being like, yo, like texting his friend, you won't believe this shit, man. I'm driving this guy a fucking cheeseburger, dude. This moron got a cheeseburger. And get this, French fries on the side. They definitely know. Source me. That's, yeah, you gotta check the food. I will say, I have been the victim of the driver not checking the food, but there have also been situations where I've been the benefactor. And I don't know if this is the way that you're supposed to tackle things, but this might not be a super popular opinion. When I make an order and I don't receive all of my food, or I receive someone else's order that had less food in it, I always make a customer service ticket so that I receive, you know, a commensurate refund. I don't, right, I've got to learn how to, I got to slow down. I don't misrepresent it, you know, I don't go like, oh, look, I got a carnitas burrito bowl and a chicken burrito, but instead we got a chicken burrito bowl and a carnitas burrito. I want all my money back. Like, that's a situation I would just eat that, honestly. But what I will say, the flip side of that is that when I receive someone else's order that has more food, I don't make a single sound. I don't know if you're supposed to submit a ticket that's like, hey, just so you know, I got someone else's ticket that says, like, you know, Jessica on it. Instead, I'm like, thanks for the guac. And then I'm hoping that Jessica, when she gets the wrong food, is making the customer service ticket and then receiving her money back. Arrest this man. He talks in maths. He's buzzing like a fridge. When did we get Drainheart, by the way? What? Because you didn't get Fate, you got Drainheart instead. I was gonna say I hate this character, but like I need to be an adult about it and recognize this is like literally just my fault. No, it's the children who are wrong. Literally just now is when you got it. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Hey, NL, what's that video where the streamer sounds like he's gonna bust and then his mic blows out? Oh, you mean this one? That one right there? Oh, it gets me every time, man. Oh, I think it's called Young Llama Fortnite Rage Moan clip or something. It's so good. Oh, man. Young Llama Moan Fortnite Rage is so good. And there's spaces between the words. Yeah, it's the Windows system sound, and then there was... I feel bad because people were like... I mentioned this, and then people were like, can we get the link? Or like a video, but I do feel weird about, like, you know, another streamer having like an awkward moment on camera and being like, oh, check this out. But the one where the guy's playing World of Warcraft and at the start of the arena he just gets stun locked and taken from 100% HP to 0, and then he just starts going like and smashing his desk, and then he stands up, like he squares up with his keyboard, and he's like, doom, 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 and then his webcam just keeps flipping like upside down, right side up, over and over. It's so good. Oh, man. Oh. It's so... I love, gamer rage is just it's so good. Oh, I've felt angry over a game for sure. I'm not gonna seem like holier than thou or whatever. I've genuinely never actually broken like a piece of gaming equipment on purpose while angry. Like I've never spiked the controller or smashed the keyboard or something. Probably as like a kid, I bet I like, you know, like punched my leg or something like that and gave myself 2 bruises, but never destroyed like any possession. I've destroyed a lot of controllers, but it's all just from being like disorganized. Like just like leaving them on my desk and then rolling my chair away and the cord is in the wheels and then it just falls down. I did not see the clip of Dan breaking his or grabbing his microphone and golfing over it. That is good stuff. All right, we still got Drainheart. It's so good. It's a great clip. Macros, you're a VIP. Can VIPs link? Probably not, right? It's on Dan's Twitter. I apologize. Oh, they can. I apologize on the YouTube side of this. Because, like, I'm not even showing the clips, and I will continue not to. But I gotta hear it. This is what it's like on Twitch. You're doing an episode of something, you get distracted, you start watching another video, you know, blah blah blah. As a YouTube viewer, I find it acceptable. Okay, apparently it's on Dan's Twitter. We're still waiting for the packets to get to Australia for Macros. Let's see this.
Let's go.
Thank
Have you gotten over it yet?
No!
That is it's right as he gets asked by text-to-speech, have you gotten over it yet? His golf ball hits like the corner of a tree and then falls down, erasing 5 minutes of progress. He grabs the top of his mic. No! Oh, man. That's good stuff, man. Oh, I forgot. You know that's better than Black Bean. We got saved on that one. That's on Dan's Twitter. No, don't link the keyboard punch. Like I think it's fine. It already like went viral on live stream fails, but I think if I had like a really crappy day and then also my clip went super viral on the internet, I would be annoyed. Took me like 4 years to feel okay referencing going offline, guys. I was like, is Summit okay? And then people were like, yeah, he like thinks it's funny. And I'm like, all right, going offline, guys. Okay, I'm no longer a believer in Nightlight. I think it makes things more annoying. As a result, I do not respect it. So we take The Gift, starring Katie Holmes. And we try to use it on the secret room. On the secret room. We take Keeper's Elbow. And we keep our speed. Now we got something going on. Now we got something. If you don't want those clips out there, don't be a gamer online. Hey, like, I agree. I don't know if there's any clips of me, like, punching my keyboard or something like that. I think the answer is no. Forget Drain Gang, man. Let's go with, like, something like this. I mean, we can swap it back, but I don't think we're going to use that. There's a clip of you bullying Choco Bars. I was not bullying Choco Bars. I was playing the role of the heel after setting a world record in Flappy Bird. If you weren't there for Champions of Fire, just shut the hell up. There's a clip of you stealing 300 Milky Way chocolate bars. That's true. But that's for Electrical Infederence. That's true. Origin was there. You still got the Champions of Fire fidget spinner? Funnily enough. Hey, look at that. I still have the red name. Wow, hey, that's like, I'm thinking Champions of Fire 2 was like 2018? It's a long time ago now. Some of the chatters were still in middle school. Do not want. Of these, we're fighting the Beast. The Beast makes me a believer in long-term HP. So I think you take the HP and move on. Yeah, there were like people in the audience at Champions of Fire too. It was pre-COVID, man. It was a different era. By the way, did you? I don't even know what to think about A24, man. Have you seen, Kevin? Did you see this? They announced Green Knight streaming one night only on Wednesday. And then, like, 2 days later, they're like, hey, we're just gonna, like, release it digitally on, like, Friday. It's crazy. Like, what, you're hot and you're cold. You're yes and you're no. I'm happy you've rescinded your position, but I don't know what to think. They didn't want to compete with the Germa Dollhouse stream. I think you might be right. When that's tomorrow, right? But he's a night streamer. Like, do I have to take tomorrow off? Is it 12 p.m. Eastern? Oh, frick. Noon Pacific. That's right in my time zone, man. So that's a stream where people, I don't know if they use bits or like channel points or whatever, but they vote on what he does, right? And then he's forced to do it. Like even his like individual actions are, we don't really know yet. There's a custom Twitch extension for it. That's crazy, man. There's a buy menu where you can place furniture and stuff. Oh, the tutorial is happening tomorrow. Okay. That's wild. Okay. Oh, you almost got me. I think, I don't know. I guess I'll keep Capricorn. And I think we'll get ready to like dump Piggy Bank next, but I'm content where we stand. Piggy Bank's the next to go. Firemind, yeah, our damage is kind of low though. I kind of like having Firemind for that, but Firemind would be like maybe second on the chopping block. What's your favorite thing you do in your daily life? I was telling Justin yesterday, I said, I'm happy these cost HP for the time being. I said every day that it doesn't rain, which was like the whole summer, I take the baby for like a 90-minute walk, usually get some groceries, you know, get some like fresh fruit and stuff like that, get some sun. And that's instrumental in me not ending up on live stream fails every single day for telling like some 12-year-old in my chat to like eat shit. If it weren't for that walk, that would be like, it would be like, oh, another day, another instance of NL cyberbullying. Take me down. I'm happy. And I want as many red hearts as possible because it makes our cards in a better... Yeah, our cards could be worth more. Our pills could be worth more. Yeah. Get me out of here. Next floor. We need the Fool card. Okay. Oh, like you're doing right now? There's a live stream fails thread asking for boomer streamer recommendations and you're at the top. Dude, I mean, honestly, I take that as a mark of pride, quite frankly. It's not that big of a deal, but I shouldn't be making that same mistake over and over. Stop glancing. I take it as a mark of pride. I mean, like, I don't know. You're gonna make me say something I'm gonna regret, but like, I would rather be like a 32-year-old guy that like appeals to people that are roughly the same age, and maybe outside of that demographic as well, than be like the 32-year-old guy who is perpetually trying to be 16. Like, that's I much prefer being on this side of the curve, I guess. Like, when people talk about, you know, aging gracefully, you know, I think there's, you know, you could, someone could look 20 years younger than they are, or they could act 20 years younger than they are. Yeah, I mean, I am neither. Oh, dude, red stew? But I think I certainly am not acting 20 years younger than I am. Let's get some donations going here. Then we'll red stew, and then we'll take it up. If you drop red stew, it still works? Really? So I could stick with the piggy bank. Well, it's not even like a content strategy, right? That totally does still work. Look at that. Ooh. Like, it's not even like, oh, I deliberately try to appeal to, you know, an older demographic because they have more disposable income. It's definitely more just like, this is just how I act and like naturally kind of am. You act 20 years older than you are? It's like, it's just simply not true. Like, I interact with people on my age or at my age on a fairly regular basis. Like, my peers act like this. I mean, if you're hanging out with 32-year-olds, first off, why? I wouldn't if I wasn't 32. But like, you should, I mean, I talk, what do I talk about that's like a 50-year-old? I know people are going to say investing. If you're only starting investing when you're 50 years old, you missed your window, buddy. You should be talking about that stuff when you're, you know, when you're on the younger side. When you're 50, you got to start talking about bonds and stuff like that. Ew. Treasury inflation protected securities and stuff like that. Okay, hold on. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Check your devil deal. Don't care. Grab it.
The fool.
We out here. You see those bond yields lately? Yeah, did you see that from 1965 until 1980, if you just bought inflation-protected securities, you beat the S&P 500? No? Okay. That's fair. I wouldn't expect you to necessarily. Maybe I am 50. I don't know. I have diverse interests. I also still play video games, and no, it's not. I was gonna say on occasion I watch cartoons, but that's not true. I'm hip with the kids, and I like Steely Dan. I guess, but you know where I differ from the average 50-year-old is I don't post articles from the Toronto Star on Facebook all day and then go, have you seen this? Have you seen this ridiculous stuff? Have you seen this? I want this speed upgrade, believe it or not, because we're putting it back down anyway, and I think this will work towards transforming me into Spun. If you have a Switch after age 30 and it isn't for your job, do you need to grow up? No. I don't know that's... I don't know if you're gonna find, many streamers who are more openly antagonistic towards the gamers than myself, and even I think that's kind of a ridiculous take. Like, I did see a comment on Reddit today that was talking about, like, it was like, oh, this was what the world was like in 2002, and then someone replied, oh, most of the people on Reddit were in diapers in the year 2002, and somebody replied to that and said, just so you know, being on the internet after the age of 35 is cringe. And I was like, it's easily one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, what is that even, what are you even talking about? You recognize that, like, the internet, I mean, I don't even, it's, the point is so stupid that I don't even think you need to argue against it, because it's obvious, but, like, you know, imagine not realizing that the internet is like a tool and not simply a place where you go to jerk off to cartoons. Like, it's just madness to me. People actually give themselves ultimatums. They're like, ooh! If I'm still on the internet when I'm, you know, 35, then something went wrong. Get ready, motherfucker. You're writing a check that's gonna be hard to cash. What are you gonna do when you're 30? What are you gonna be? You living in the woods? The only way you're not gonna be on the internet when you're 30 is, like, you know, if a solar flare hits the earth. No, I agree. Preferably, that would be for the best. Yeah, even my fridge is on the internet. Well, not mine, but it would be a good joke. Hey, good shot. Okay, you got me. Congrats. Just be dead. Digital fridge. Nuclear fridge, like Indiana Jones. So, I mean, here's the thing, okay? I encourage people to act their age more. And I know that that is like the ultimate boomer take. But it's people always, and I've been here in my early 20s, and there was like 2 years on the NLSS where if I ever said anything about having like a responsibility, people were like, what's it like being 100? And I'm like, I literally just said eat some vegetables. But what you realize as you get a little older is that it's not people that are going like, you know, hey, I'm jealous that you're having so much fun. They're actually just like, I've been there and I wish that, you know, I took this more seriously when I was, you know, a couple of years younger, because it would have saved me this kind of strife. That's my take on that. So I think, like, that doesn't mean, like, I don't think necessarily any hobby is regrettable at any age. But if you are so into the Nintendo Switch, you spend, you know, 2 hours a night drinking alone and getting into arguments about, like, you know, what the newest shit on the Virtual Console is, then I'm probably like, yeah, it's time to grow up. But if you have a Nintendo Switch and you play it in such a way that it doesn't affect the responsibilities that you have as an adult and maybe a partner or a parent or whatever, then, you know, more power to you. Who cares? I don't spend 2 hours doing that. I'm just being straight up, like, almost any time spent arguing online is time wasted, in my opinion. Unless you're in one of those, one in like 100,000 locations where two people are arguing in good faith and there's a chance that you could leave the conversation better off. I think, like, if you see something you disagree with, you can make a post that's like, I disagree with this. If they reply to you, you won the argument because you invested less time. If you reply to their reply, you've lost the argument at that point. Whoever replies more loses more in the end. That's my thought on internet arguments. Or in real life, for that matter. I don't think we're at a point, really, as a society where, I mean, arguing in real life, it's funny that, like, it seems more legitimate than arguing online, but I'm like, at least when you argue online, like, no one's gonna, like, just kill you. Whereas in real life, like, I think sometimes you could just win an argument and they'll be like, yeah, well, good luck winning now that you're dead. One of these days, man. One of these days we're getting mom's knife and it's gonna be carnage. I think you're more likely to get killed from an internet argument. I don't think so. Like, I guess anything's possible. I can't get rid of Firemind. I don't even think I want Inner Child. No, can we drop... If we drop Keeper Sack, we'll probably lose the... Yeah, we lose all the stats, so we'll keep Keeper Sack. Oh, drop Black Candle. Genius. Genius play. Thank you. Like, I've been seeing all these stories. Well, first, I mean, this can happen anywhere. There's a very, like, Flashpoint news item in Vancouver right now where, like, a dude was just chilling on the street Sunday at 3 p.m. and then a guy just walked up behind him and, like, sliced his throat. He lived. He's probably pretty pissed off. I would be, at least. I'd be like, bro, it's a Sunday at 3 p.m. Of all the times I could have gotten my throat slashed, you know, I wasn't even... It's not just the... You got your throat slashed, but you're also like, Sunday at 3 p.m.? Come on, man. It's just... It's not only violent, but impolite. His knife, his rules. It's not peak slashing hours. Yeah, I know. That's... I mean, in all seriousness, it's like, you know, it's a heinous crime. But you are also, like, when something happens Sunday in the daytime, you're like, oh, man, it just kind of, like, hits different, right? If it was a Tuesday at 4 a.m., you might be like, you know, well, yeah, I mean, come on. You got to stay on your guard. That's the witching hour. Saved. I don't know why Tuesday's the most cursed day. Maybe it's because it's today. But then also, like, I was reading these stories in the U.S. about, like, all these road rage incidents where, like, you cut someone off in traffic and then they just pull out a gun and kill you. Like, what is... I maintain that that would be like the one situation where I would want ghosts to exist, because I would dedicate eternity to haunting your ass forever. Forever. Excuse me, you snuck a shot in there? You stole this bit from yourself. I know, that's the thing. Before, I think it was if you killed me because you were texting while driving, I would haunt you forever. I would just haunt you with, like, shit that would make you feel bad because of the absurdity. You know, you'd be, like, asleep, and I'd be like, what are you doing? And they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, what are you doing? And they'd be like, can you just let me sleep? And I'd be like, oh, remember that time you killed me for reading a text that said, what are you doing? You know, I was just minding my own business, like, trying to drive to the grocery store, and you killed me? Like, I would just never let him forget it. There would be no forgiveness there, in my opinion. At least not for me. If I would be a bad ghost. I would be like one of the ghosts from Paranormal Activity, for sure. You should just haunt anyone that kills you. I mean, if there was like a war and I got killed like in hand-to-hand combat by, like, you know, some 18-year-old kid that didn't even want to be there, I probably wouldn't haunt him. I might find someone else to haunt. Please don't. But if you just kill me out of laziness or, like, dereliction of duty, nah, man. Nah, man. What if it was a team kill? I'd be pissed, for sure. I don't think that's what... Edmund? I don't think that's what they're called. This is actually easy. Like, that's the thing that most doubters don't want you to know. We've already done the hard part of this fight. The rest of it is actually simple. Okay, pay out the doubters. What did I tell you? It's a doubter's paradise today. I mean, we gotta run one more back for the believers. This is comical. Firemind definitely screwed us, by the way. Like, I needed the damage from it, or at least I felt like I did. But it definitely did not work out nicely. The payout has happened. Oh, and slash marker. Casino 2.